First and foremost, every challenge, whether it is farming or something else, should always have a solution. And this solution, when it comes, it is knowledge and power, and knowledge is power. Now, first and foremost, the challenge of the pests to these farmers, especially the black coffee twig borers and these other pests that eventually come in, and the trees that co-host these pests, like the musizi, the musambia. Yes, those ones certainly need to be replaced by the farmers with the trees that do not host those insects or pests, like the mususa and the mutuba. But also, that cannot be the only way to manage the pest. We need an integrated approach of managing pests. What do we mean by integrated pest approach? You look at those host species of trees and other plants, but also you make sure that the hygiene of your garden is well observed, and frequently the garden should be made clean. Remove all the suckers, remove all the dry branches that may be holding either eggs or pupa to the pests. Don't stop at that. They are beetle traps. The farmer should, over and above the hygiene and observing the tree species, acquire beetle traps and lay those traps in their coffee gardens to be able to increase the efficacy of killing the pests. Then, where the pests are too much, after you've observed these other approaches I've talked about, get a very good chemical like imidacloprid, mix it with the fungicide at recommendable rates and frequencies, and come in and spray your garden, so that this pest is hit from different corners with different methods to weaken it very fast. And very importantly, the pest management should be embraced by a community. So this should be a community approach. When one farmer does what I have talked about, and the neighbor does not do anything, the neighbor who is doing nothing is basically draining the energy and the effort of the farmer who is trying to contain and reduce the pest. Therefore, I would like to call upon all the farmers that pest management should be approached in a community manner. The community should embrace the methods that we teach them, and all of them go and apply them so that we can eliminate the pests. If that is achieved in communities, I can assure you we can eliminate these pests 100%. They are green scales, a very common pest in coffee. They are also aerial and root mealbugs, very common in coffee. They are also tailed caterpillars. They can come in, and if they attack the garden and finish the leaves on the coffee trees. So those are the common pests that could be measured in the coffee gardens. Another problem is the coffee berry borer, which comes and peers into the young berries that are still soft, and eventually they drop down. So all these are pests that need to be closely monitored and eliminated. The other danger that farmers need to be very interested in is the coffee wilt disease. Coffee wilt disease comes and dries up the trees. And just like I've said, the communities, the farming communities, should uproot the affected trees and burn them on the spot there. Some farmers usually want to look at those trees as firewood. It is very risky. The moment you start transferring this disease tree from its spot to the kitchen, you go dropping materials from that stem, and eventually you're spreading that disease. So we should look for other sources of firewood, but a tree that is already affected by coffee wilt disease should be burnt where it is uprooted, and the story goes, so that you also protect its spread from growing.